That was a good speech. I would like to take a minute and everybody put your hands together for how beautiful Aaron looks this evening. You do. Dan, you got bumped up a couple notches.
Easy, buddy.
So it's a true honor and a pleasure to be up here tonight as Dan's best man. For all of those who don't know me, my name is Will Barancic, and I have been Dan's best friend for the past 25 years. I would like to thank everybody who was involved for this evening, who made this wedding possible. Bill and Allison Cassatowicz, Carol Cassatowicz, Charlie Peckham, and Jan and Russ Mockowitz. This night has been fantastic. So, Dan and I first met in the 4th grade. We both moved to the Lakes of the Four Seasons going into 4th grade, and we actually moved across from each other from a park. And we both were in the same class along with 2 other individuals who were in this wedding party. And we kind of have a different family upbringing. I come from a family, I'm the 5th of 6, and it was kind of, like a jungle. I mean, there's no rules, not a lot, there was very loud, boisterous, and Dan's family's more reserved. I used to like going over to Dan's house because there was more of a routine. I got to eat dinner. I got to eat dinner at 7 p.m. We enjoyed each other, and Dan would like to come over to my house because it was kind of like free reign. There was, a lot of sugared cereal, Mountain Dew, no parents. And we hit it off after that. We've been best friends and brothers ever since. And speaking about brothers, one of them's right there. My brother Mike got Dan and I our first job at, it was the only gas station by our house. It was Marathon gas station, as Stock Boys. And this was about the time Mountain Dew had this 1 in 6 wins a prize, and we always had to stock the cooler. So Dan and I discovered through our mischief that if we held the Mountain Dew at this specific light, we could see what was a winner and what wasn't a winner. It was a wins a free Mountain Dew, T-shirt, 10, 25 bucks. So every time a shipment came in, Dan and I would sit in the cooler, and we would hold these Mountain Dews like this at this specific angle, and we would stash them off to the side. And I could only imagine, we chuckled to ourselves because we could only imagine these people who came up every day buying a Mountain Dew and being like, this is ridiculous. I never win. 1 in 6, it doesn't make sense. It was always kind of a funny joke him and I had because we didn't pay for anything Mountain Dew-wise for 2 years. And there was another instance, it was 8th grade, we were 14. My dad had this old, Ford Escort POS. And it was it was covered in oil, it was sitting at the back of my driveway, and he was like, yeah, you guys could work on it, because we just wanted to piddle. Well, we got it running. And then from getting it running to when my parents went to sleep, we used to take it for spins, And then from taking it from spins, we put all these old speakers in it, but they had no bass. It was just all treble. It was this high pitch, we'd be jamming out. We're taking it for spins down the block, and unbeknownst to my dad, we found a buyer for this car. It was one of my sisters, Sabrina, she's here. It was one of her friends, and we sold it to him for 150 bucks. So Dan and I are downstairs in my house. We're playing Street Fighter. And my dad comes home from work about 6, and he walks downstairs. He comes, I can only imagine his face. He comes home, pulls up, his Escort's gone. And he's like, where did my car go? So he walks downstairs, asks me where the car went, and him and I we're proud of ourselves. We're like, man, got that thing running? We sold it for 150 bucks, Dad. It was 75 bucks a piece between us. And he's like, you gotta be kidding me. So we had to get in touch with my sister. She had to call her friend, and they had to return the vehicle, and we had to return the cash. But So, off the stories, when my wife and I first met Aaron, we were in the city, and I called Dan, and we ended up going over to his house to get some lunch. And she was there, and they'd probably only been dating for about 2 weeks. But my wife and I, we immediately liked her. She was so easy to talk to, and you could see how genuine she was in her conversations with my family. And I remember when Dan told me that she was the one. At the time, his dog, his original bulldog, Twinkie, was sick, and she was nearing her end. And he said that the love and support that she showed him during that difficult time made him realize that there was nobody else in this world that he would rather be with than Aaron Cassato. Now, on a lighter note, everyone raise your glass. Aaron, Dan, tonight we celebrate you. We wish you all a lifetime of happiness, love, health, success, and laughter. May you continue to find humor in the bad and appreciation for the good. May your friendship continue to grow throughout all the years to come. Cheers. Cheers. I'm not a talker.